Well, it looks like the Department of Justice is turning its attention to one of Donald Trump's henchmen, Stephen Miller. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So it looks like Stephen Miller might be in some hot water. Stephen Miller, he seemed like such a nice young man, said no human being ever. Here's the latest reporting from the New York Times. Headline, 2 top political aides among those subpoenaed in January 6th case. And that article begins, the Justice Department has subpoenaed 2 former top White House political advisors under President Donald Trump as part of a widening investigation related to Mr. Trump's post-election fundraising and plans for so-called fake electors, according to people briefed on the matter. Brian Jack, the final White House political director under Trump, and Stephen Miller, Mr. Trump's top speechwriter and a senior policy advisor, were among more than a dozen people connected to the former president to receive subpoenas from a federal grand jury this week. The subpoenas seek information in connection with the Save America Political Action Committee and the plan to submit slates of electors pledged to Mr. Trump from swing states that were won by Joseph Biden in the 2020 election. Now remember, friends, who was one of the public faces of the fraudulent elector scheme, the fake elector conspiracy? That's right, Stephen Miller. Here's some reporting in The Hill from back on December 14th, 2020, during the thick of the fake elector conspiracy, and just 3 weeks before Donald Trump ordered his supporters to attack the Capitol. Here's The Hill reporting from back on December 14th, 2020. Headline, Stephen Miller, alternate electors will keep Trump election challenge alive. And that article begins, President Trump's allies are preparing to send an alternate slate of electors to Congress, senior White House advisor Stephen Miller said Monday, signaling Trump will drag out his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election even after the Electoral College certifies Joe Biden as the winner. So friends, I have 2 observations. Actually, 1 observation and 1 question. First, the observation. Boy, am I glad that the Department of Justice subpoenaed to the grand jury more than a dozen people connected to Donald Trump last week alone. There's a lot going on in the grand jury, and friends, it is building toward indictments. And now the question, is Stephen Miller a target of the grand jury's investigation? A target is defined as somebody who prosecutors have substantial evidence linking him to the commission of the crime. And the second element is that the person is a putative defendant. In other words, he's somebody that the prosecutors are looking to indict. Is Stephen Miller a target of the grand jury investigation? I will say we ordinarily don't subpoena targets to the grand jury, but the U.S. Attorney's Manual, which is sort of our practice Bible as federal prosecutors, says that we can subpoena a target of an investigation to the grand jury as long as we get the requisite supervisory approval. So I'll ask it again, is Stephen Miller a target of the grand jury investigation? He damn well should be. You know why? Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.